tonight was certainly another way in the method you got the 4 points, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went into the game thinking there was going to be a high stoppage game, and the opposition are really good at that part of their game. And we won the scores from stoppage battle, which is something that Hayden Skipworth and Scott Selwell done a great job this year getting that part of our game going. So credit to those guys. Look, we're here to bank wins. We're in the business of qualifying, and as every team in the competition are. So these wins are really important.
Your forward efficiency was pretty poor in the first quarter and a half compared to the Bulldogs, but then it just almost like a flick switched and it just went through the roof. That must have been pretty pleasing. Yeah,
that was the most pleasing part. We showed some footage at half time, parts of our game that we probably didn't put enough attention to before the game. I'd probably argue, shouldn't say that, because I think our forwards just adapted better. And we had a couple of little method changes, and that's the pleasing part of the game. You come into, every opposition is difficult to beat, and they throw different things at you, so you've got to adapt and evolve. So I think that's probably the best thing out of tonight, that whatever's thrown at us, we have an ability to adjust in game and then get the game how we want it to look.
How important is Nick Dacos in that third quarter? Those two important goals and 11 touches and really change the context of that midfield.
Yeah, it's just week after week. It's just press play and repeat on the messaging. He's an incredible talent. He has an ability to see things that others don't see in tight congestion, and then his running capability, again, it might not come through on TV, but he's incredible at covering the ground, and then a couple of really classy goals. So he's an amazing player.
6 clearances in the first quarter for Nick, and then he finished up with the 11 and 5 from the centre. So he's really got that pretty amazing balance between his outside and inside game, doesn't he?
Yeah. He keeps coming to me midweek and saying, hey, am I playing mids? It's hard to put him back, isn't it? When he performs the way he is in recent times. So, what more can you say? I say it week after week, but he's really impacting the game right now.
What does that mean for other players? So obviously Jordan's back tonight. Nick, it looks like, will stay on ball. Does that mean, is it Tay or someone else has to get squeezed out or find a new role?
Yeah, Sam, it's not really the language you use, squeezed out. It's like you just look for what the team needs on that week. Crispy played a bit more back this week, knowing that they're going to bring a midfielder up to a stoppage or a forward up to a stoppage, and it really is having an extra mid anyway. So, and his run early was really significant, I thought. I'm not sure. Like, Tay's played a lot of forward this year, but then pinch hits through the midfield. It's a good problem to have at the moment.
Fly, how challenging is match committee at the moment? Next week you'll have Brodie Mychek available, Dan McStay available for selection. Ash Johnson comes in and kicks 3 goals tonight. How do you fit 27, 28 players and keep everyone happy?
Well, everyone's writing about this for about 3 or 4 weeks. It's just never happened. We haven't had our best 22 all year. So every time you think, this magnet's back, you lose one other. We haven't played a game without Checkers for, I think he played every game last year, maybe missed one. It's different. You're getting opportunities to see what Billy Frampton can do forward, and Mason had to play more minutes forward than he has been. We just haven't had that as a situation yet. The magnets all haven't been there. So we'll deal with it when it happens.
Craig, did you take in a brief moment to soak in the crowd atmosphere when Scott Penderbury broke the disposal record?
Yeah, I got off the bench and we all stood and applauded him. We wanted to celebrate it before the game. We preempted he was going to get 14 disposals, hoping we didn't moz him, but we wanted to honour him in the game and celebrate every touch he had and give him the ball. And it's an incredible achievement. Like the ability to accumulate all those numbers, but the longevity. It's the game's never seen it clearly. So we wanted to celebrate that.
Can you get to 4,000 touches?
Sorry?
Can you get to 4,000 touches?
Well, he's at 9,800, isn't he?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I think
Is there a moment I think you were down 19-0, then Oleg Markov tackled Bailey Williams on the wing. Was that moments like that for Oleg? I think you brought him in as a meters gameplay, anticipating Nick might graduate off half back. How important has he been?
No, it's a good assessment. We saw a need on our list we want Nick to be a midfielder futuristically, but it's a cost. You move Nick from the backs, and you don't have this overlap, and you don't have this decision making. And Oleg's clearly not Nick, but he's a great version of himself, and that's all we want. We don't ask him to be anyone else. So, his running capability, I've known historically, is unbelievable, and we're starting to see that confidence, believe in people, give them a role, feel a sense of belonging, and then get to work. And right now, his magnet's firmly in that position.
So how targeted last year? So clearly, it sounds like you identified some potential gaps that you could fill, like really targeted position-wise. How early, I guess, and did you sort of get to work on that? And did you? It sounds like you've clearly got all your top targets.
Yeah, we Graham Wright and Derek Hine, we got together late last year. This is our needs. We need someone, an inside mid that can be first possession player. We have clearance workers. We don't have a number of magnets in that role. So opportunities present. Tom Mitchell, and last minute of a trade period, thankfully. Last seconds, I'm sitting at home, biting my nails. Hopefully, we get that done, but we did, and credit to Righty for doing that. And then other parts of our list, we saw opportunities to and we're not going to stand still on this. I know you're talking futuristically, but right now we're seeing what we need, and there's still holes. We've got many. We're not finished.
Speaking of Markov and Nick as well, but their run, it seemed like they combined with John Noble and Isaac Quainer in particular. Their run as a whole really seemed like it turned the momentum your way in that middle of the second quarter onwards. Yeah,
and that's part of that, adapting to what the opposition are doing. How are they defending us? What are they committing numbers to? So where's our opportunities? Most times you have to have a break and a spell to be able to do that. But our team's now finding ways to see it and read the play and read the defence, and they go, okay, they're overcommitting there, or they're doing something else there. Here's our opportunity. So again, we're getting to work on those things.
How serious is the issue that Will Hoskin Elliott?
The report was that he's going to have scans and likely see a surgeon early in the week, and probably require some operation. 3 to 4 weeks, I'm hearing.
Broken hand?
Yeah, he broke his hand, yeah.
Okay. And Braden Maynard, you expect to have him back next week?
Well, I gave him a hug after the game. I said, "You're right next week." He goes, "I'll be there." So that's not his fitness test, but it's going to be hard to keep him out, I thought.
How big was that moment in the goal square when Darcy Moore tackled the Bont? It was a really crucial time of the game. It was massive, wasn't it?
Oh, there's so many of those things, and we take great pride in those. I reckon I showed 5 or 6 really big inspirational acts that really inspire others, and it's something we want to pride ourselves on, that real fight and fingernail type approach to things, and it was really important, wasn't it?
Craig, you spoke last week about the setting yourself for this block, like July, weather gets cold or whatnot.
Yeah, someone quoted saying it's Big Boy Month. I never said that. That's a Richmond thing. That's not me. Okay, so I don't know where that come from, but it's an important part of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, is that sort of just a general observation, or is that drawing on your days at Richmond or days at Brisbane when you did have success? Like, was that something that has been identified internally at environment you've been part of, or is it just an?
It's reality of the competition right now. Everyone's trying to qualify, and everyone's giving their best effort to rise, and then the time's running out, and it's cold and it's wet and wintry, and last night's game was a real battle, the hard conditions. So we're lucky enough to be under a roof, but it doesn't always present that way. It's time to get your hands dirty top of month, and we've set our sights on this 4-week block in particular. So
is this week 2 or week 1 of that block?
I can't tell you that. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.